can just recognize Mr. Red Ligo so he could express also his concerns.
Yes, I was about to recognize him. So, Mr. Red Ligot, you are now recognized.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Chair, for recognizing us self-advocates and for inviting us to be part of this very, very important meeting. On the part of us autistic self-advocates as well as other neurodivergent people that I've been talking to over the past few weeks, we really echo the urgency that is needed in order to pass policies that are able to address, like, especially our problems once we start entering the workforce. But I guess one of the major concerns we have about the current direction of policy making is so often us actually autistic people, neurodivergent people, we're not here when it comes to the actual policy making process. And it's really unfortunate because we have so much inputs that we would love to bring forth to the table, that we would love to contribute. Especially since we're all in this together, we want to do what's best for Filipino people with autism, with other neurodivergent conditions across the country. Some of the concerns, for instance, that we've discussed in the many meetings that with the many discussions I've had with other autistic people, other people with ADHD and other conditions is our issues when it comes to the workplace, that a lot of us are actually marginalized in many ways. So, for example, in terms of employment, we do not really have a lot of us do not get the opportunity to get employed, especially those on the spectrum. And if we do get employed, oftentimes we're employed under part-time work arrangements, where we don't earn we earn substandard wages. We're often sometimes discriminated against in the workplace, and we don't know how to speak up about it. And actually, one of the big problems then in the workplace is that a lot of autistic people and a lot of neurodivergent people, so not just autistic people, also ADHD people, also other conditions like dyslexia, we're scared to talk about our conditions. We're scared to disclose our actual disabilities, and because of that, we do not get to request for reasonable accommodations at work. And even right now, I believe there are no laws that specify that adults with autism or other neurodivergent conditions are given reasonable accommodations at work. So we hope maybe this could be addressed in the policies that are being drafted, and hopefully maybe we can extend it as well to all neurodivergent conditions, since this is actually a shared problem, regardless if you have Down syndrome, regardless if you have autism spectrum disorder or ADHD. We all face these problems in the workplace when it comes to discrimination, employment, and so on. So that's one of the points. Another point is I believe it's important for us to transition beyond mere autism awareness, because what we need is autistic acceptance, that we're already at the point where a lot of people know what autism is, but on the matter of inclusion and acceptance into our workplaces, into our schools, there's still a big gap because of the stigma that exists, that when people see an autistic person, they often underestimate us. They think we can't speak for ourselves, that we can't be independent and participative members in society. And we're hoping that these bills could address that aspect of acceptance, that how do you ensure that our workplaces, our schools, our other institutions truly include us beyond tokenism, because it's not enough to simply have us present in in our classrooms, in our workplaces, in our meetings here together with the Committee on Health. We have to actually be involved in the process, especially when it comes to policy drafting policies, since especially for self-advocates, we have so many connections to other autistic people, other neurodivergent people, so many stories, so many problems that in fact there are too many to list down in one meeting. And I guess our main point as self-advocates is we would like for these bills to hopefully include us in the process of fleshing out the actual content. We would like to have a seat on the table when it comes to drafting the policies and even implementing the policies, as it's also noted in the bills, like that there will be autism councils. We would also like to clarify them whether the House Bill 229, which provides for one person with autism on the proposed autism council, like what are the qualifications for that, and if there is a possibility for that to be expanded, since we as autistic people are the main stakeholders that are to benefit supposedly from the bills, that perhaps we could expand that. And finally, in terms of like our inputs as self-advocates, we would like to request to be able to submit a position paper containing all of our concerns, which is really comprehensive, that honestly it would take the whole day if I were to list down all of them. We would love to be involved in the process, and I'm once again we are really happy to have this opportunity to speak about our issues, our struggles, coming mismo from us. As the global disability rights movement slogan goes, nothing about us without us. So that goes especially for policy making, that we would love to be involved. So thank you for giving us the opportunity to speak, and we're looking forward to future meetings, future policy consultations, working together with all of you as our fellow lawmakers, as well as the organizations who are involved. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Red Ligot, for inspiring us.